The Faces Podcast, brought to you by Telehelping.
So who's better to tell you about Stoy than Stoy? So Stoy, introduce yourself, man.
I appreciate it. And we might be cousins, right? We might be related some down the No, I really do appreciate the opportunity to, tell my story, but to speak more specifically about our industry and why I'm different, why I think that it all should be different in itself. I've been in the financial planning industry for 13 years now. And it really started back when I was a kid. I grew up with a dad who wasn't around, a mom who worked 12-hour shifts, raised by my grandparents, raised by my friends' families, and just kind of like out and about always. And it was good and bad, right? There's always good and bad. Yeah. It was really good because I was able to learn different types of parenting and have different experiences and different cultural things. Whereas it kind of sucked because I never had the core family, right? The American mom, dad, wake up on Christmas type of situation. But it drove me to figure out why that was the case. And the why was because money, like ultimately. It all stemmed around money. My mom worked 12-hour shifts so that way she could have money to pay for my sports, and her love language was giving gifts so that way she could buy me whatever I wanted. My dad wasn't involved because of my mother, but that has nothing to do with money per se. And then growing up, I just recognized that, hey, I have friends that parents are well off. I have friends that parents aren't well off. And how? Like, why are everyone well off, right? Like growing up, why doesn't everyone have money? This doesn't make any sense. And so throughout, my childhood and then getting into Drake University, where I played football and got my degree in finance, I worked at the Boys and Girls Club off campus for 4.5 years. And that's where it kind of like then clicked. And it all came down to financial literacy, which I've transitioned to using the term financial education. People just didn't know what they didn't know. Ultimately, right? Just don't know the terms. We don't know how to save money. We were never taught it. Money is the one conversation that no one has. Like they're very uncomfortable talking about their money, how much they have, how much they make, how much debt they are. And I always joke about this but people will talk about their lawsuits that they're in, or their medical history that they just went through. That will blast everywhere, but their money. The money's something that people think they can control, and they can't. And so early on, I recognized this, and I wanted to help. I've always been, as an athlete, I've always been around being the captain, the leader. I want my team to succeed over my own individualism. And that just kept conspiring and doing the same thing over and over again until eventually I got into this career where you can do a lot of different things. I started in the insurance realm, selling life insurance like a lot of us do. Quickly recognize that's not cool or fun. Everyone needs life insurance, let's be real, but
not sexy, right?
No, but not sexy at all. Everyone needs it, but there's a right way to do so. In there I learned, hey, the plan, like someone's actual financial plan, one is as unique as a fingerprint to them,